Hiya, hiya. I'm trying to put this around my neck because, no, not the noose. I want not that I'm a star. This came from Peter Weedfall at Sharp. But what this is a bling, a bling, because I want to show that I don't have any bias. I have no racial bias. I'm gonna wear this to church tomorrow, or to go out dancing. Well, it'll help you straighten out your back because it'll pull you forward. This is strange. The society we live in now is getting more warped. That Mueller report is out and everybody's talking about that. And I don't know, they find the president to be innocent. You know, I don't do politics on this show, but he is innocent. And with a name like Schmuck, you got to be good. Now, you know, this is different than the other things that we've done on our little broadcast, but this belongs on Apple. Apple's got a new service. They're going to compete with Netflix and Amazon because they can't stand to see someone make more money than them. We were doing the show from the NASDAQ window in Times Square 5 years ago, and I went to Apple and I said, why don't you sponsor my show? We're using all of your equipment. It's on the digital NBC channels. Why don't you put this on the air? Why don't you carry it on Apple? And I said, because the phone is radio and television. And that's why Sony went broke. You know, they went broke and had to sell their building and regroup in a way. They still own a lot of hit films and things at properties. But they went broke essentially because they never invented a phone. The phone creates income. Every month you pay the phone bill. Every month AT&T gets a lot of money. Sprint gets a lot of money. They all get a lot of money. Every month they get your money or you don't have a phone. This doesn't go on if you don't pay for this thing, you know, that I'm on right now. So they have a cash flow, and anybody who has a cash flow is doing better than people who have a retail store. You know, you're waiting for people to come in and buy something. And with the phone, it's automatic. Or XM radio, you know, the XM Sirius, you pay, it's a subscription. Amazon is a subscription. So Apple, now that they have 1 billion people, they have with phones, you know, with the iPhone, and they're not selling them the way they used to because they made such a good product that we don't have to get a new one every month. They tried that for a while. They tried to make a new one every year, but that didn't work because this one is not any better than the one from last year, except for photos maybe. So the reality of it is that nobody really sits there and directs the traffic. There's nobody that says, there's no TV guide, there's no libretto, there's no Casey Kasem. There's nobody to tell you what you're supposed to like, except the morning shows on television with Gayle King, who incidentally is asking for more money. She makes $5 million a year, and because she had that fight with R. Kelly on television, now she didn't even do anything. All she does is sit there and read a card or interview. She doesn't do nothing. But Oprah got her the job. She's got the job. She was a local reporter in Hartford on television. Now, there's nothing wrong with this. You know, everybody starts somewhere. I started in Hartford, too. But, you know, you got to really be happy when you make $5 million. But because she got more famous with that R. Kelly thing, so what they really ought to do is give him more money. Because he's the one that got everybody to watch. It was his acting out that we all watched, not her interviewing. Who cares about her? We care about him. He was the one that entertained us with his ridiculous screaming and yelling, which is really a lot of what goes on in everybody's home sometimes, you know. Not everybody, but my friends. My neighborhood is not Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. I don't wear a sweater and go bowling, you know. I mean, this is not what I do. So the thing that we do with Gayle King is to give her a pass and let her go to NBC and join the rest of those retirees on the Today Show. That's what ought to happen. That's a retirement ranch over there. And ABC, Good Morning America, they're still struggling. They're trying to figure out, well, where are we going with this? You know, what happened to Nightline? Where do we go? My friend invented that. You know, Phil Buth from Buffalo gave us Nightline and Good Morning America. So when he worked for ABC, which was owned by Capital Cities, and I worked for them. Now Disney owns Fox, and I did a little Reynolds Rap on that the other day, where Fox is going to be taken over by the Disney plan. They'll be having an amusement. You'll be riding the Fox, and that's what they do. They open amusement parks based on the themes of everything that they own. I wonder what too bad they lost Bill Riley. We could all ride him. I think that they did ride him. Some people did ride him. And Marv Albert wrote a few people himself. But this is the way it is. You know, our society is going quickly at warp speed, and you don't have to worry about dying and going to hell, because you're already here. Is that it? No? Oh, this is hell. Oh, okay.